you actually read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad? Ah, great, thank you. How many have not read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad? Well, good, more customers, we like that. I read this book about 10 years ago. At the time, I was living in Hawaii. How many of you heard of a place called Hawaii? Okay. Has anybody here been to Hawaii? You've been to Hawaii? Great. You've been to Hawaii? Great. Aloha. How many of you actually wish you were in Hawaii right now? Actually, this is where I read this book, was in Hawaii. And at the time, I thought I was doing okay. I had a good paying job with a very big company. It was actually the largest newspaper company in all of Hawaii. And that's what my mother and my father told me to do. They said, if you get good grades, and you get a good job with a big company or the government, you'll be okay. And so that's what I did. I got a good job with the largest newspaper company in Hawaii. So I thought I was doing good, you know, living in Hawaii. I can go to the beach whenever I want, making good money. I can go on holiday wherever I like to go. And where I like to go was Las Vegas. Because that's what I thought. That was how I thought you get rich, is Las Vegas. But then 10 years ago, my big company said something that really scared me. They said, the newspaper business is going down. Now we have to start cutting some people off. And I was on the list. How many of you guys realize that a holiday spot like Hawaii is kind of an expensive place to live? So that's why I got scared, because my skills, my job, was not transferable to any other company, because I worked for the biggest company. And that's when I came across this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. And when I read this book, all of a sudden my mind started to open up to money. How many of you guys, when you read this book, your mind opened up a little bit? Good? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's what happened to me. And what this book taught me was that I can look at money in a different way. And what it actually showed me was I don't have to be scared anymore. And so what I started to do was some of the things that you're going to be trying to do in this game. I invested in real estate. And now I have real estate in Hawaii where people live in my real estate, and every single month they're paying rent. And wherever I am, I can be here in Germany, I can be in Russia, I can be in Sweden, the UK, Israel, New York, California, doesn't matter where I am, that money continues to come in for cash flow. That's the name of the game, cash flow. And now I teach this game for a living because I no longer work for this newspaper company. And it's interesting because when I first started thinking about investing in real estate after I read this book, I was reading real estate investing books, and I was bringing it to my office, my company, right? And of course, all my friends and coworkers know that I'm the guy that goes to Las Vegas and spends all his money. And now I'm holding a real estate investing book. And I walk in and I say, I am going to be a real estate investor. What do you think my friends thought of me? Crazy. Oh, you're crazy. You don't have any money. Well, what do you think? You're going to be Donald Trump Jr. or something? They said, you know, this book is good, but it doesn't work here in Hawaii. You can't do those kind of things over here. I heard about someone who tried to do that, and they lost all their money. You shouldn't try that. It's too risky. It's different here in Hawaii. It works probably in the mainland U.S., but not here. And you know what's funny? Is that no matter where I go, it can be the UK, it could be Sweden, New York, California, Florida, I hear the same thing. You know, this book is good. But you know, here in Poland, it's different. You can't do that kind of stuff here. Yeah, well, you know, Estonia, we're different here in Estonia. And you know what? Even here in Germany, I've heard this. Yeah, well, this is a great book, but you know, Germany's unique. It's not possible to do these things over here. How many of you realize that there are successful business owners and investors here in Germany? How many of you think that there are successful business owners and investors here in Germany? Okay. See, this is what I knew. 10 years ago, when people were telling me it's not possible in Hawaii, I knew if somebody's doing it, then I can do it. So that's why I teach the game. Because I've heard the same thing. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to play the game so that you can see how some people think. Because the game doesn't teach you how to invest in real estate. It doesn't teach you how to open up a business. It doesn't teach you how to invest in stocks. It does something actually more important, and we'll talk about that after the game. But let me stop talking about it and let's get into the game. How many of you guys like to have fun when you learn? How many of you guys think that when you have fun, you learn more? That's why we play the games. That's why I love working with Rich Dad. Because how we learn is we play games and have fun. And so now people ask me, what do you do for a living? I say, I travel around the world and I play games. What do you do for a living? And so, play the game, and then we'll discuss what we learned in the game after. But let me tell you this one thing, is that if it wasn't for this book, then I might have still thought about investing in real estate. But those people who told me it's not possible, they might have influenced me and stopped me. And had they done that, I wouldn't be here right now. Because 10 years ago, when I picked up this book at the bookstore, and if you were to tell me back then that 10 years later, I would be in Dusseldorf, Germany, in front of a room full of Germans teaching a game based off of this book, there's no way I could believe that. That's why for some of you, if you have dreams that you want to accomplish, I'm here to tell you that things that you dream about, because in this game you start with a dream, and things that you possibly couldn't imagine dreaming can happen. I'm a testament to that. I just came from Poland, Russia, Estonia, and Sweden. These are places a Hawaii boy never thought that he would ever go. So if you have dreams, I'm here to say it's okay to dream again. It's good. And that's why we play the game. So let's play the game first, and we'll talk about the lesson after. Danke schön.